Hey, it's Allison coming to you live from Fernandina Beach on this lovely Sunday evening. Actually, it's raining outside. I've got all my blinds closed, but I know it's raining outside. And David's away overnight, and I need to take the dog out. That's usually his job, but it's my job tonight. All right, so hi, full disclosure, I've not washed my face today, no joke. I've not put any cream on, no makeup, going au naturel, letting my skin breathe a little bit. Went for an amazing walk on the beach. You guys, look at this. Look at that shark's tooth. Pretty sure that's the biggest tooth I've ever found. That sucker just jumped right out at me. And I found a little itsy baby one too, but look at that. Oh, that's a beauty. Treasure that. Okay, that's always fun. It's hard to not look down when you're walking on the beach because I know that these are on the beach. So it's hard to not look down, and I have to remind myself to look up and look at the beautiful view. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about foods that you can eat for weight loss. So I think the number one, or I'm pretty sure it's the number one resolution in North America in January is to lose weight. That's generally the number one resolution that most people have. So I, as you know, am a person that is passionate about healthy living. I'm fortunate to have found a way to maintain my weight and keep my weight healthy. I want you to know I have to work on that. I have to be conscious about it. And at this stage of my life at 51, I feel like all I have to do is think about food and I gain weight. So I really have to be mindful about that. And as I move into this next stage of my life, the perimenopause, menopause stage, I have to make some shifts and do some things differently in order to maintain a healthy weight. So this article that I read on Medical News Today had seven foods that you might want to incorporate into your diet that might help you lose weight. So I am going to tell you 4 of those foods. Let's start with number one of my favorites, had one today, eggs. I love hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, a fried egg. I love me some eggs. I usually get organic, pasture-raised. I want to know that those little chickens have been running around in a field, not in a big warehouse, and they've been able to be out in nature and that they're happy eggs. I literally buy a brand of eggs called Happy Eggs, and they have a little story about the chickens and why they're happy, and I love it. Makes me happy. All right, so they did a study. This was a small study, a very small study. It was 21 men, and they compared men eating an egg for breakfast to men eating a bagel for breakfast. And what they wanted to look at was blood sugar, insulin, and ghrelin, which is known as the hunger hormone. So they wanted to see how those foods affected those hormones and the blood sugar and the insulin. So they found the men that had eaten the egg they ate significantly less at their next meal and for 24 hours after. They also reported feeling less hungry after eating the egg. It was also reported that they had lower blood sugar and insulin levels and ghrelin levels than the men that ate the bagel. So eggs, and if you can, look at the package and make sure that they are pasture raised, that they are running around in a pasture the way that they're meant to be, and that they're not being fed antibiotics and those sorts of things. Look on the packaging. If you're buying conventional eggs, then they're in a big, like they're like in a big warehouse, I want to say, and they're in cages, and they're not healthy eggs. All right, number 2, another favorite of mine, oatmeal. So this study involved 47 adults and it was looking at the difference in appetite, fullness, and the next meal intake. And it was, they gave one half of the participants oatmeal and the other half an oatmeal-based cereal that was higher in sugar. So after eating the oatmeal, the participants that ate the oatmeal said that they felt much fuller and less hungry as compared to the people that ate the oatmeal-like cereal. And even though both breakfasts contained the same amount of calories, the actual oatmeal provided more protein and fiber, which would keep them full longer. So the authors of that study concluded that the difference was probably in the fiber, especially because it was soluble fiber, that would be responsible for those results. All right, number 3. I'm tired. Number 3, another favorite of mine. I have them probably every single day. Nuts. Okay, and raw, if you can make them raw, if you can manage raw nuts, it's the best way to have nuts. So this study involved overweight and obese women, compared a weight loss diet supplemented with 50 grams of almonds a day with a weight loss diet that did not include nuts. Okay, so those were the 2 participant groups. One group ate 50 grams of almonds a day, the other group did not. So what they found, after 3 months, the women in the almond eating group lost significantly more weight than the women that did not eat the nuts. They also found that they had a greater reduction in their waist size, their body mass index, their cholesterol, triglycerides, and their blood sugar. So nuts also contain protein and fiber, which will help keep you fuller and satiated longer. So yeah, I'm just reading this. In a large study in Europe, researchers found that people who consume the most nuts gained less weight during a 5-year period. So a lot of people think, well, nuts are really high in calories. Yes, they are, but they're so full of protein and fiber and really healthy fat. So nuts, raw if possible. I love walnuts, almonds, cashews, you name it. I love nuts. All right, number 4 is the last one I'm going to talk about. Another food that I love. I know not everybody does, but I love avocados. And did you know that avocados are actually a fruit, not a vegetable? An avocado is a fruit that also has tons of fiber and beneficial fats. So another study of American adults found that people who consumed avocados weighed significantly less and had a lower body mass index, BMI, than people who did not. They also tended to eat more fruits, vegetables, and fiber than the people that don't eat avocados. So there you go. You've got eggs, oatmeal, nuts, and avocados. If you're not eating those things currently, I suggest adding them to your diet. Try and reduce your intake of processed foods, white flour, white rice, white sugar, things like that. So that is what I have for you. There's 3 more on this list. If you're curious to know what those 3 are, let me know. I'll send you this article. And if you're looking for any more suggestions on how to maintain or get to a healthy weight, I'd love to have a conversation with you. So I hope that wherever you are, wherever you find yourself this evening, that you are feeling happy, healthy, and well. And if you're not quite there, I hope that you get there. And until next time, I will see you soon. Peace out.